Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another episode. Today, I have an interesting product that you probably wouldn't think would be for diamond painting. Because when I was sent a message about this, I was like, no, that's not. I'm not going to take that because I don't think that would work for us. But then I got to thinking about it. And I decided, yeah, I'll give it a shot and we'll see. So this is what I'm talking about. And I accidentally ripped it. I was trying to open it without ripping the label. But of course, when you're trying to not rip the label will rip like crazy. But this is the product. And it is actually a tape. So I had shown you this completed piece before. That I used all different kinds. I used rhinestones, sparklers, AB drills, regular drills to make this really fun. So this is actually this tape. So what I did was I just did not cut the canvas. I just put the tape over the top of it and trimmed it into place. Looks pretty cool, right? So, I thought we would work on a piece together. And as you can see, I have my awesome rhinestone, full drill rhinestone horses that need to be framed. And I found a 16 by 20 frame. And I just measured out and centered my piece. And glued it onto this main piece of paper. This way I know exactly how big it needs to be. I don't have to worry. And then I have my cutting mat here. And of course the piece is bigger than my mat, so it's going to be a little tricky, but we will make it work. So this tape is 3 inches wide. So this roll of tape is going to last for quite a while. So it is sticky on the back, and then of course it's got the velvety felt. It's more velvet than felt. So I think it's going to look really, really amazing up against the rhinestones. And I will just need to trim off about a 1/2 inch. You can see down here. So I'm going to go ahead and stick it down. Let's see, I think first what I want to do is cut the length that I need. And that'll be a little bit easier to work with that smaller piece and not have the big roll going all over the place. So I'm just going to line up one edge here. Make sure it's straight so I'm not cutting it crooked. Line it up. And then utilizing my cutting mat and my knife, which turned the wrong direction. We are going to just trim down. So I have a more workable piece. And as you can see, it cuts pretty easy with the X-Acto knife. And Emily has been making duct tape wallets. So she's been using my blade. So it's probably sticky already from the duct tape. So that shows you it's still cutting pretty simply. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the backing piece. Actually, I'm going to save that for a minute. And then all I'm going to do is line up the edge of the paper and the bottom row of rhinestones. A couple of rhinestones moving there. So that is it for that. And then what I'll do is I will flip this over carefully. And then I need to cut. Let me turn it. Let's see, I don't know how I'm going to get it all for you to see. So I just need to cut the excess tape off. And I'll use my blade, my straight edge, my ruler. So I don't have to worry. I can just go a lot quicker and not have to think about it. So we'll move this down and trim off the remaining strip. All right, now I saved the liner sheet because I will put this excess piece on there, and then I can save this for another project. So let's repeat. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna show you quickly here, and then I think we will. Well, no, we can go ahead and do it all, can't we? So you can kind of see. Ooh, what is that? That's weird. Some weird excess string. Ooh, frickish. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing on this side, where I'm going to line up, eyeball how much I need, and then cut. It's very slippery. The liner on the two pieces of plastic, or you know what I mean. The liner on this paper, it's very slippery. So I just did the one pass, and then I'm going to bring it off to the side here and do the secondary pass, third pass, fourth pass. So much for it being sharp, my blade being sharp. And we'll just snip through. And I actually went crooked, so this little tiny smidge is not going to be usable. All right, so again, we're going to repeat. Remove the liner. And line up the 3 edges. Just like that. Whoop, nope, not just like that. Uh-oh. I made a boo-boo. We're going to have to go with it because it's not repositionable. Alright, so I'm going to turn this over again and cut the excess away. I know you can't see very much of what I'm doing here, so I apologize. You'll definitely see the finished project. So I'm trimming away the excess. Cat's causing trouble. Thanks. Why do you be such a turkey? Okay. So there is my excess piece. And then we're going to use the same liner here. Save that for later. Now, here comes the extra tip. Because, of course, yeah, it's really simple to just put tape on things. It's got a bulky, you can see that where it's overlapping. So we're going to miter this corner. So I'm lining up my ruler with the corner rhinestone, and then I'm also lining up with the corner of the paper, so you can see there. So I'm going to cut through. And then I can remove this overlapping piece, and then I can peel up because it does come off of itself. That's the other reason you want to do this. Also, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to be stuck with this because I forgot it doesn't come off of this paper. I need to cut through it again. I might have to cut off this whole, since I'm putting it on paper, because when I did it on the, darn it. When I did it on the seashell, the starfish, I was putting it directly on the canvas. There we go. It came off. Now it won't come off my hand. Okay. So now we can put this back in place. And we have a beautiful mitered. Yeah, you can see that. A mitered corner. So it looks more... I don't really like that it's got that white showing. But that just shows that it is actually a mitered finished piece. Finished edge. Alright, so let's continue on with our next side. Same as the first. Just like so. We can move this over so I have room to cut. Don't want too much excess, but I don't want to have not enough. Although a little bit of it will be covered by the frame, because you know how you've got that little, probably like 1/16 of an inch that hides the very edge. Okay, so here we go. Moving the liner again. Lining up our 3 edges. Oh, I can't wait to get this in the frame and see how amazing it is. All right, so now I'm going to remove the excess. This is actually a pretty cool product when you think about it. You don't have to trim the canvas. I mean, this is a little bit more work than what I normally do with my framing pieces, but you know what? It is totally worth it because of the look of the finished piece. It's going to be stunning, and it's going to make it look even more rich and more professionally done. Whoops. Ugh. So you just have to remember that once it's down, it's not coming back up. So let me move these over, see if I can get all 4. I don't think I can get all 4 pieces on this liner, but if I can, that will be nice. And see, then I save these, and then when I have my next small framing piece that I can do, I can just use these, and I won't have so much trimming to do, which is a huge bonus. Plus, I'm saving my material, not wasting. Okay, so now we can do our miter on this corner. Come on. All right, so we line up again with that corner rhinestone. Corner of the paper. Let's see if I can cut backwards. Not easy. All right, let's see how I did. Not good. Let's just use scissors here so I don't have to keep fighting it. So I'm not going to save those little corners because, let's be real here, how am I going to use those? Alright, now let's see if this... Nope, it didn't. I need to turn this around because I cannot cut that direction. My brain doesn't work that way. So I'm going to line it back up and cut through, hopefully, this time. There we go. All right. Oops. Dropped my knife in the trash. Okay, so this corner is not as precise. So I think what I'll do there is I'll take a Sharpie and I'll color it in so from a distance it won't be so obvious because that is not good. But I mean, I could peel off the tape and redo it, but I don't want to waste the tape. So I'm just gonna, the crafter in me says there's a way to fix it. Not to mention the fact that these are distance pieces. And if someone comes into my house and critiques my projects, they can just kiss my butt, right? Because this is definitely staying in my house. I'm not planning on gifting this one, so. Alright, so there we have, I don't even remember how much is on here, but this is a lot. This is a big roll. I got this in the mail. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to use all that. Says the girl with 500 diamond paintings. Alright, let's turn it around. And do our final lineup. Just like that. Alright. So we have one last side to remove the excess. And then we'll have our two final mitering corners to do. And this piece will be done. And we'll pop it in the frame and we'll see how it looks. That first little bit at the very edge that does not like to cut, which is really weird. I don't get that. Get off of my finger. Then I have a tiny bit overhang here. Fold it in half, Marji. It'll come off much easier. It won't stick to you. Alright, I'm not going to be able to get that final piece on my other sheet, so I'm going to put that there. I don't know why I have a straw on my desk. Okay, so we'll do our corner here. I just realized I lost some rhinestones, which I'm hoping that they're going to be here on my desk, probably from turning it over and stuff, because remember, this was one that was not very sticky. I don't know if you remember me talking about it or not, but I had a really hard time getting the drills to stay in place when I was working on it. So that's part of why I'm anxious to get this framed, because I didn't want to lose any drills. But in this process, I have lost some. And I cut all the way through the paper all this time and still didn't get that first little bit there. That is so weird how that first corner doesn't want to stick. Had to inspect the rest of the painting, see if there was any other ones before I fix it. Alright, so last corner. Still didn't cut through. It must be the very tip of my blade. It must be worn out, because that's everywhere else it cuts, but just that very first pass, it doesn't want to. Actually, none of it is working on this one. What the heck? Sounds like it's cut, but it's not. Have to get a new blade. There we go. Alright. So let me grab my Sharpie and my extra. Replace these drills that are lost, and then we will put it in the frame and take a look at it. So I'll be back in a minute. Welcome back. Here it is. So again, this is a 16 by 20. And it's really hard with all the reflection. But you can see it looks beautiful. And this is, this frame is from Michaels, and it is just plexi. It's not glass. It's just plastic there. But I always am watching for sales and stuff, and Michaels had, was it 75% off, or was it buy one, get one? I can't remember now what the deal was. I think it was half off on the frames. So this is I want to say this was like $25 for this frame normally, so I got 2 of these for my rhinestone paintings. Sorry to walk out of camera, but this is the next one that I'm going to be doing with the felt tape. So I'm going to show you that when it's finished. And then these will be ready for the walls. Beautiful, right? I love it. Super, super happy. I just love these rhinestone paintings. They are just even more beautiful. So, so pretty. So there are 2 beautiful framing jobs with an awesome product that if you purchase will give you many so this is 30 feet, 3 inches by 30 feet. So this is going to last a really long time. All right, so that's about it. Oh, you see my new, Emily and I did our latest painting. That was our last one that we did. Pretty cool, right? I like it. Because it's got a ladybug on it, so that's always a plus. So check out the description box for a link to get your own felt velvet tape. It's called High Contrast Projector Screen 3-inch black felt tape. So I'm guessing it's like for to seal the sides of the projector screens. I don't know. I don't care because it works for what I like it for. So check out the description box. Be sure to let me know if you get it and how you like it, and show me your projects on Facebook. And I'll see y'all real soon. Bye.